worship leaders and worship teams, Brandon Dempsey here, Worship Team Training. Great to have you. Thanks so much for coming into YouTube and watching our video here on the Short-Cut Capo. This is invented by and developed by Kaiser Capo, of all things. Please be sure to check out Kaiser Music and hit up Mitch Bohannon on Twitter. That's Kaiser Worship on Twitter. You can find him there. I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial on the two. Well, actually, there's two capos here, but the Short-Cut Capo and the regular capo that everybody is familiar with. And I'm going to do this to a song to demonstrate. Now, everybody knows the original Kyser Capo. This is not new. For some of you may use a different product. I like the Kyser Capo because of the fact of how it grips. It's so easy to adjust up the neck whenever I have to change keys. But also, they've done a super job of the spring action here of improving that, where across the top it holds all the strings evenly against the fretboard and against the fret. So no matter where you put it, you're always going to get a great sound here. So nice and even tone, I love that. Now introducing the Short-Cut Capo, which some of you have already seen this, but most of you may have not. This is actually giving you a drop D type tuning. If you can look closely here, what they've done is they've hollowed out where the E string would be, goes all the way through it, and the capo itself just rests on strings 2, 3, and 4. So it actually leaves the first string, the top string E, and the bottom two strings, B and E, it leaves those to freely sustain, freely ring. Now, how you use this is you use this in a D formation type chord. For instance, we play the key of D here, right? And we have our, let's say we're just going to use the chords D, G, and A. Okay, back to D again, right? So if we were to drop D, you can easily do that with detuning the E string, and some guys also detune the bottom E string here, and you get this really raw sound. But I can accomplish the same thing of having a raw drop D sound, and actually I would be playing it in the key of E because of the capo. So like a normal capo, if I was playing in the key of D, I would move the capo here to the second fret, and you want to put the capo, by the way, as close to the fret that you can. If you have it slightly off like that, then you run into maybe some intonation issues or something else that you don't want. So we want to close it up close to the fretboard as we can. So now what I've done is I've adjusted everything. So I'm 2 frets up. That gives me the key of E. So if I were to play an E here, and then my capo on, and then D formation, is the same chord. It's just spelled differently and inverted differently by the notes. So this gives me a good D formation chord that I can play on capo 2. I'm actually playing the key of E. So there we go. So if I were to put the Short-Cut Capo on, then we get this. We have now, again, as you can see, the top string is ringing all the way through, and then we have strings 2, 3, and 4 that are actually on the capo, and we have 5 and 6. Okay, those are tuned to E, of course, so we're going to have E here with a D capo, if that makes sense. So if you put it together, you get a drop D sound. Okay. The big, nice, raw, open sound, very rock heavy or country rooted, bluesy sound too. Okay. Now that's accomplished by the Short-Cut Capo. What's really cool about it is that because I'm playing really in the key of E and it's mashing down strings 2, 3, and 4, I can actually just play the song with just one finger. So I get, this. So where where I started from is the short capo is on the 2nd fret. My first finger, I'm just playing the G string here, and which would be the 4th fret. Now I go to the 3rd string. Now the 2nd string. And then I end it back on D again. So this is what all the individual strings would sound like. We're going to try this out now with 2 capos, the shortcut that I just showed you and the regular Kaiser. And we're going to play the song Abide With Me, a new one written by Matt Maher, David Crowder, Jason Ingram, and Matt Redman. It's a great song, and I'm going to do this a little bit higher. I'm going to use the key of D formation. And all I'm doing is setting my capo now way up high because I want to demonstrate this in a D formation. And also it's going to be at the register that I can sing it, which is going to be a little bit higher. We guys like to sing higher, so sorry ladies out there watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret is where I'm putting the capo. And then again, 2 frets up from there, I'm going to use the shortcut like we did down here in the lower register. All right. So I'm going to attach the capo here. Again, they're both close to the frets, if you can see that. All right. And then we get this sound. Okay, so now if I make a G shape right here, I can play this with 2 fingers. So it's really cool what the shortcut capo can do. It just opens up the voicing. And I know a lot of guys complain about capo acoustic guitar players, but really if you think about it, the capo is just another way to bring out other harmonics in the strings. If you don't know how to play in B flat or E flat, yeah, it will help you. I recommend that you learn how to bar those chords anyway, but I use capos just for the simple fact that I get overtones in the strings and highlights in the higher end and different colors that I can't get if I were just to bar every chord. Plus, I don't want to sound like the second guitar player. I want to, play a little bit different and add a little bit more texture to what is happening in the guitar ensemble or band, if you will, guitar ensemble, right? So. And it does give it that manly kind of sound, right? All right, here's the song. I have a home, eternal home, but for now I walk this broken road. You walked it first, you know my pain, but hope can rise again up from the grave. Abide with me. Abide with me, don't let me fall, and don't let go. Walk with me, never leave, ever close, God abide with me. Before the cross, before the nails, overwhelmed, alone you prayed. You met us in our suffering and borne our shame. Abide with me, abide with me, don't let me fall. God abide with me. good new home. But for now, I walk this broken road. You walked it first. You know I'm pain, but hope can rise again up from the grave. Alright, so that's like a quick tutorial on the song Abide With Me. I hope that you enjoyed it, learning about the Short-Cut Capo from Kaiser, worship, Kaiser music, and also what we can do with the song Abide With Me by Matt Redman, Matt Marr, David Crowder, and Jason Ingram. It's a great song, and I hope that you find a lot of joy out of getting your own Short-Cut Capo, making new melodies, new harmonies to enhance your worship. If you're interested in learning more about what we can do for you at worshipteamtraining.com, head on over to that website. Go to worshipteamtraining.com/workshops. If you're interested in having me or our team come to your church and put on a 2-day workshop for your worship team, hands-on practical learning and training, we come to you. Also, you can visit us at worshipteamtraining.com/mentoring. If you need to have another worship leader to help walk along your journey in your point of life right now, we're here for you. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you back next time. worshipteamtraining.com. Brandon Dempsey here. See you soon.